Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to stop and do a quick video. I haven't did any videos in a few weeks, maybe months that I've did a video. Um, when I come to YouTube, I mostly talk about health or you know um, I'm sorry, pretty much had this all ready to go. But mostly I usually talk about health, or I usually talk about some natural careers in the natural health realm. But today it's going to be a different day. I want to talk about college degrees. Are they worthless? Are they worth something? You'll find out. Okay, my lecture on this and my opinion on this issue is that as an academic, well, at least future academic, right? Uh, College degrees will take you many places. There are some people who have had the worst of luck after graduating college. There are some who have had the best of luck after graduating college. College is like a dice game, guys. You give it your all, you go to class, you do discussion boards, you do everything that the professors in the university has asked you to do. And you get your piece of paper after walking across the stage. And it's a gamble if you're going to get a job or not, if it's going to be waiting on you. Now, I would say the best way to look at it is analytical. Analyze the whole picture, okay? Now, when I say analyze the whole picture, look at what is the future in your industry. Let's say, for instance, it's public health, like my industry. I attended Capella University, and I'm still going. I'm an ABD student there. I also am attending Walden University in the School of Education for EDS. Okay, I really, really like school, guys. Okay, but anyway, getting back to the subject matter, is that I know the dream job that I want, I must have a set amount of skills in order to be able to market myself efficiently. So that way, when I come before an employer or if I have my own business, I can be able to market those skills to the customer. The employer is the customer. That's the one that's buying your skills for a set rate, which is the compensation, right? So I would say is that if you're still in school, make sure you're taking the appropriate classes that are going to get you where you need to go. If it calls for electives in an area, if you're wanting to study journalism, if you're wanting to study public health service, if you wanted to study social services, look at the field that you want to go with and the population, the customers that you want to work with, and take classes that are specifically geared for that. Okay? Now, most also say at the undergraduate level, why do I have to learn psychology? Why do I have to learn woman studies? Why do I have to learn all of these things? A college degree is a liberal degree. No matter what field it's in, it's liberal. Okay? Those that set those set of skills, whether if they're soft skills or hard skills, and I explain it in a few, they are all comprised together. So that way you can be able to be more marketable. You have a little more knowledge to where you can stand out in order to get that job. Now, when you select a field of study, it shouldn't be, oh, I'm going to make six figures when I get out, because any person that tells you that, they're lying. When you get out of school, you may not make six figures. You may make the minimum of 30. You may make 25. Who knows? You know, what the economy is going to render at the time of your graduation. Now, I would say is that for those who have graduated and can't find a job, look at your bait. Vision yourself, if you close your eyes and you vision yourself seeing a lake out there or a pond, and you see all these little fish in the pond, those are employers, right? Okay, so as you have your little string and your little stick, and you have your bait, and you're throwing it out there hoping that you are going to catch you an employer, the bait or the worm or whatever is on that end of that hook is your resume. Your resume has got to be on point, meaning that you could put all of your accomplishments, all of your accolades, everything, all of your experience, but it's the way how it is formulated. Most, I know for myself, when I was hiring, I would look at a resume and I count it out just like that. If it's not within the right format, most use APA. So if you have this book here, this may help you get to where you want to go, because it has a lot of, excuse me, y'all. It may guide you. It doesn't have to be strict APA, but it may guide you on how to be able to reference material, on how to be able to formulate that resume, with the right margins, all of that. Okay. Most of the sites that you apply on have software or some type of inclusion criteria to where once you punch enter, it can either keep your resume going toward the hiring manager, or it can totally exclude your resume out, you know? So there's a lot of different factors in the hiring game. When you apply for that job, just think there's 20 other people who are applying as well for that same position. So my advice is, when you are looking for a job, make sure your bait is in order. Make sure to go to a professional if need be. Use some of the resume writing tools that are such as Microsoft, which I don't endorse it, but I'm just stating as an example. Use some of those. See if they are, the right fit for you and your industry. Getting back to that, look at your transferable skills. Most people are saying, for instance, a person who have majored in medieval studies or woman studies or any other type of soft type skill sets, those still can be transferable to the industry that you want to go into. Hard skills are mostly STEM related. There are science, technology, engineering, math type fields. And those are hard skills. Hard skills are skills that are mostly needed every day. They are vital, to the economy, vital to our living standards at this time, right? Okay, soft skills are philosophical skills, communications, sociology. Those that they have some contribution, but hard skills is really where it's at. But when you market it to an employer now, that's a totally different situation, guys. The hard skills is the base. That's the cake, right? Okay. But the soft skills is the icing on it. That's what sells. If you can talk, you pretty much can talk your way into getting a job. If you have issues in communicating your desire, such as compensation, which is usually last, because the rule is the first one that asks for pay is the one that actually loses. So if they ask you, if an employer does not ask you about compensation, and they say, oh, and you tell them, how much does it pay, you just lost the job, pretty much. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's usually the rule. You don't ask an employer compensation until they actually tell you that you're hired, and they give you a letter stating that you got the job. Then you can always negotiate for pay later, right? Okay, before you actually start your first day. Now, again, my focus is also on looking at some of these YouTube videos that are here. Some are burning their degrees. Some are saying that the degrees are worthless. There is no such thing as a worthless degree to me. Because even a person that has an engineering degree may have a hard time finding a job, just like somebody that has a human services degree may have a hard time finding a job. It depends on the industry and the area where you reside. Sometimes it may require that you go a little bit outside of the circumference area where you live in order to be able to find something. Sometimes you may have to take that low paying job in your industry in order to be able to prove yourself worthy to get the higher paying job. Now, a lot of times, like what I went through personally, and not putting anybody out there, that's a disclaimer now, not putting anybody out there. When you go to the job and you have more accolades than your counterparts, you may find that you may have resistance. People may be scared of you as you go in there. People may conspire to get you out of the door instead of welcoming you in the door because they feel that their job is at stake, right? So the best thing to do to offset this realm is be yourself, be who you are in your industry, study to show yourself approval because where one door closes, another one will open sooner or later. But at least you have proven yourself and you have the marketable skills to where you can combine soft skills and hard skills at the same time in order to be able to market yourself to that employer, to be able to make your bait look more pleasing, right? Okay. So again, I want to emphasize that there is no such thing as a worthless degree. A degree is marketable. Most people say college is a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It is a learning institution. Just look at it as college as a buffet. It's a buffet full of different things on there that you can pick and choose from. Now, if you want to study at the undergraduate level, if you're studying one thing, of course you're going to have to pick from that buffet. Some things are going to be distasteful. Some are going to be just a delight. But you know, you have to look at it as this is something that I'm going to need to get to my stepping stone. A college degree, guys, y'all, is a ticket. It's a gamble, as I said in the beginning of the video, but it's a ticket. It is a ticket that says that you have a set amount of skills for that particular industry, and that you may have transferable skills into another industry. As I gave the example before, I'm in healthcare. I want to go into social work or social services. My healthcare experience, my bedside manner, my willingness to communicate with patients for over 20 years, you know, the ability to respond to crisis on the floor, right? When somebody has gone bad or cold blue or whatever. Okay, my experience in responding to crisis may be transferable in social services because you have people that come in with crisis. Either they are homeless, they've lost everything, and they're getting ready to commit suicide, but they come to you first for some type of counseling, right? So it's the same way. I also want to kind of give some thoughts out there. For those who are communication majors, I would tell anybody, library science is the lick. It is the, if I had to do my master's over, that's what I would have majored in. Either social work directly or librarian science. Most of my friends already know. I love to read, I love to study. It may seem like it's a boring career, but actually librarian science is actually a career on the move. Some people who have master's degrees, sometimes, it's the job market is a little etchy because everything is more digital now and web based. But there's still gonna be librarians around regardless, right? Those who have majored in math, public health needs you. more, because there are some people who are in the public health arena that may not know the statistics. I haven't done statistics in quite some time. So having a statistician available, that's all right. I mean, that's that's cool beans in my book, right? Okay, of course I can add and subtract now, y'all, but it is what it is, right? So your skills, the whole focus of the video is your skills are valuable regardless what you get your degree in. The cost for a degree is very, very, very expensive. I still stick to the whole philosophy or the theory of it is that it may be social Darwinism, right? Okay, so those who cannot afford it or those who cannot compete in school, can't keep up the grades, can't perform, academically, maybe weeded out, right? So that's the reason why I tell anybody there's no excuse not to go to college. You can go to college, university, if that doesn't work for you, if the environment is not right, if you don't feel like getting up in the morning, being in a class with a professor and everything. Okay, there's career colleges. Career colleges, when you go there, you go straight to what you're going for. Such as nursing, a lot of places that's all they teach. They don't do anything English, math. I mean, as far of course you have to have math, but college algebra, linear what is any other courses per se is exactly what you're going for. Or on the job training. I still tell anybody, if you can find your dream job on the job, OJT, and not have to pay for anything, that's the best. That's the best training ever. If you're between, I believe it's 18 and 24, that's Job Corps. If you've been out of work for so long, and your skills are retired, meaning that retired means that they you're not able to go into the workforce hitting the floor running. You have to be retrained. There is a possibility that the WIA Act, which is the Workforce Investment Act, it's a federal program. It depends on how much money is reserved for that program. There's a lot of different programs that your state may be able to offer, but most people don't take advantage of it because they don't know it. So again, those WIA grants, those are good grants because they will help you get to where you want to go for free, right? Okay, so meaning that you don't have to pay for any more college. But you do. There are stipulations and there are eligibility criteria that you must meet. Several classes you may have to go through before you can become eligible. You may have to continue to keep looking for a job until your name shows up on the list, the whole 9 yards. Also, some colleges may offer, like in Dallas, Rising Star Scholarship for those who are under the age, I believe is 22, 24-ish, maybe a little less than that. I truly do not know. But even for those who want to start a business but need more training and you pay yourself, excuse me, you may be eligible for another workforce grant, which actually will give you skills, or give you hard skills where you lack, such as accounting. You may lack as far as budgeting. They can teach you that, and these are real college courses that you may can use if that business doesn't work out and you have to remarket yourself, right? So I just wanted to give you some encouragement today and tell you keep your head up. I understand exactly where you're coming from. It is no joke trying to look for a job and you got bills to pay. So I'm going to sign off saying take care and be in good health.